For hundreds of years, comfrey was considered one of the most valuable medicinal plants a person could grow. People used it for bruises, sprains, sore muscles, burns, and even broken bones. In fact, one of its old nicknames was Knitbone. But modern science discovered something important hidden inside this plant: compounds that can seriously damage the liver. So today I want to take a balanced look at comfrey's medicinal history, the traditional ways people used it, and the important cautions every gardener should know about before using it medicinally. So what is comfrey? Comfrey is a deep-rooted perennial herb that has been grown for centuries. Gardeners love it because it grows fast, produces huge leaves, attracts pollinators, and makes excellent mulch and compost material. But long before people were using comfrey for fertilizer and chop-and-drop gardening, it had a reputation as a medicinal herb. Historically, comfrey was used across Europe and other parts of the world in folk medicine traditions. People would make poultices, teas, salves, and infused oils from the leaves and roots. And because of its reputation for helping injuries heal, it earned names like Knitbone and bone set. One reason comfrey became so popular is because it contains a natural compound called allantoin. Allantoin is associated with skin regeneration and cell growth, which is one reason comfrey developed such a strong reputation in herbal medicine. Traditionally, people use comfrey externally for things like bruises, sore muscles, sprains, minor burns, skin irritation, and joint discomfort. People crush the leaves into poultices and apply them directly to the skin. You can also dry the leaves and use them in infused oils or homemade salves. Even today, there are still herbalists and gardeners who use comfrey externally in various preparations. But comfrey also comes with important cautions. One traditional warning about comfrey was that some herbalists advised against using it on deep open wounds. The concern is that the comfrey may encourage the outer skin to heal so quickly that infection or damaged tissue could potentially become trapped underneath before the deeper tissue heals properly. Because of that, many people who still use comfrey medicinally avoid using it on deep wounds altogether. Modern scientists also discovered another major concern with comfrey. Comfrey naturally contains compounds called pyrrolizidine alkaloids, often shortened to PA. Sort of sounds like a pyro would be fire, like a fire hazard or something. But anyways, research has shown that these compounds can damage the liver, especially when comfrey is consumed internally over time. Because of this, many health experts recommend avoiding internal use entirely. In some countries, internal comfrey products have been restricted or removed from the market because of these concerns. Today, many of the remaining medicinal use of comfrey is external rather than internal, and even external use comes with caution. Many experts recommend avoiding long-term use, avoiding use on broken skin, avoiding use during pregnancy, avoiding use on children, and avoiding use if someone has liver problems. Even with the warnings, comfrey is still an incredibly popular plant among organic gardeners, homesteaders, and permaculture gardeners. Personally, most of my use for comfrey is in the garden itself. I use it for compost, mulch, chop and drop gardening, and natural fertilizer. The plant grows fast, produces a huge amount of biomass, and can be very useful in organic gardening systems. Comfrey is bioavailable to plants very quickly. It doesn't need to be processed through composting like most other organic materials. But I also think its medicinal history is fascinating. Comfrey is one of those plants that reminds us how closely gardening, folk medicine, and history used to be connected. So while comfrey has a long reputation as a healing herb, it is also a plant that deserves caution and respect. Its history is fascinating, its gardening uses are incredible, but its medicinal use is something people should research carefully and approach responsibly. Have you ever used comfrey medicinally, or do you mainly grow it for the garden? Let me know down in the comments. If this video has sparked your interest in comfrey, I have an end screen up now for my comfrey growing series. And if you enjoy organic gardening, homesteading, and practical garden videos, consider subscribing because I post new videos every week. Now get out in your garden and go grow.